Hi everybody, Topher here. I recently had a birthday, so I decided to treat myself to something a little different. Today, we're going to be unboxing and putting together the new Elegoo Mars 5 Ultra resin 3D printer. Let's take a look. Okay, so I know this probably isn't the prettiest unboxing you've seen, but you know, I just moved. Give me a break, you know? I have fun doing this kind of stuff, and I think you guys might too. I want to just show you what it looks like when you first open it up. I know my room looks like it's ready for the holiday season, but it is actually not. Trust and believe it is February when I'm recording this. I just felt like that would add to the ambiance. So, first thing I see is the power line for the US. So, you get the wire, plug it in. User manual, gonna need that. This box I think has the drip tray in it. Yeah, a lot of people had issues where they said they didn't have a drip tray, but they threw this box out because it's like light, super light. It's literally just like a plasticky piece of plastic. But apparently it's really good as a drip tray, so love it. They like it, I love it. To the main event, little case enclosure separated by a bunch of foam. So that is the enclosure for it. Really cool, futuristic looking like danger design. And this little, I think it's a vent on the back. Pop this over here. We'll take the rest of this plastic off and the styrofoam. So we have a toolkit inside. Included in the toolkit, the rest of that power adapter, I presume. A Elegoo / Chitubox Pro form or card for you to use Chitubox. I actually am used to Cura, so it's going to be an interesting change for me. And then they have these little paper, I guess like coffee filter looking things. It's probably for when you drain the resin out. Like any failed resin just catches right in here in the center, and those little vents let it out back into the bottle. Everything else is a scraper, metal and plastic scrapers, 2 masks, some gloves, Allen key set, because who doesn't need a good Allen key set? The Wi-Fi antenna, definitely need that. And then USB stick. So pretty neat. Haven't done too much research to see what's on the USB stick. I assume this is where all the prints go if you want to do it without Wi-Fi, but I'm going to try it with Wi-Fi. Then we've got build plate with the cool little octal design, I would say. I think this is the little tray that's removable, but I am assuming you have to unscrew it where all the liquid goes. Now I've heard somebody say keep like a screen protector or something like that on here. That's where the fill goes. Okay, and then the peel right here, it does say please peel off before printing, so I'm gonna go ahead and peel it off. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can give you guys a nice little ASMR sexy pull. Hopefully nothing breaks. And voila! I think this little guy right here is the camera. A little rubber cover on it, so you can mess with it. You can go up and down. That's neat. I don't want to mess with it too much and mess it up. But that's so dope. Seems like really super high quality for something like this. I love that. And no, they do not actually put in the instructions how to put this together except for this like top part and how you press this. I'll show you this. That just locks in place. That's quite literally all they do. And that's it. That's all they show you in the book. They show you in general how it's supposed to look, like what part goes where, but I mean, kind of obvious. They just show you like, hey, you do this and you press the button. That's all. Oh yes, very satisfying, very nice. And now perfect. And now, voila. All right, kids. Don't be stupid like me and forget to buy a washing and curing station either, because I had to deal with all that before I finished this part. But anyways, it's all put together for the most part. I had to tighten up the feet on the bottom. We're gonna do the, oh wow, super, it feels good coming off the. We're also gonna plug in USB stick, just so that everything is good for when we do turn it on. We're gonna also open up this window, get some ventilation going. And I'm going to be using I found this at Micro Center. I'm going to be using this Inland brand plant-based tough resin dark transparent blue. So it wants you to fill this more than a third, but less than the max line in there. So it's going to be kind of hard to eyeball, but I think I can do it. And I'm going to want to change these gloves as soon as I'm done. So let's pour. More than a third, but less than max. I'm just gonna do right about to there. Put that there because it's gonna stink. We're gonna pop the lid back on, because I think that's what you're supposed to do. We're gonna find out if I die. I guess I'll just let this do its thing for a little while. Okay, so now the print is done. Took about an hour and some change. I'm gonna grab it out and try to like put it on this little tray, and I'm gonna grab some paper towels and pop it on there as well. One sec. Oh, it's stinky. I can smell it, it's smelly. Let's be smart and use the drip tray as provided. Very gingerly move over to our little station here. There we go, good lord. First impressions. Looks cool as hell with the blue transparent. Now I'm gonna wash and cure it. Okay, boom, all done. Got it all set up. I got my washing and curing station already set up as well. You can watch that in this other video here. But basically, we finished her up, got the USB stick plugged in, which also had the Chitubox slicing software attached to it for this specific model. But since this has released, the new version you can get automatically online is already out, the public release. So basically I just downloaded that. I used the little card that they gave me in the box. And now I have 3 months of Chitubox Pro, which means I can watch on the little camera and everything. I'll stick that in here, but I had to turn the lights off, so it's gonna look kind of stupid. But I got the resin all in there. I'm not gonna touch it or anything because I don't have gloves or anything on, but it's already pretty much covered in resin. I'm gonna cover it back up because I'm not ventilating right now. Not really good to smell this stuff or breathe it in. And we got our first print completed. That's the Rook, or Rock, as it's labeled, that comes with it. I used my little curing station and went from crystal clear to this matte finish, kind of opaque. If you can tell, it's a little shiny up top still. I was kind of worried about that, but apparently it's fine, and I kept, curing it for as long as I possibly could. We've also got some other stuff. This little crystal guy. I had this on my other 3D printer, but basically I downloaded it again. It's this little crystal kind of area. Kind of reminds me of the crystals you find in the caves in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. A legally distinct Lego looking skeleton figure, but his arms didn't make it. His body I actually cured in water, so it looks a little more white. And then we've got these 5 guys. If you can't tell because it's not super detailed, that's the Gongji, I think it's called, from the new season of Squid Game. Some of them I cured in water, which are these ones that have a lot of white on them. And then these ones I let sit out, as well as the crystal and the arms of the little skeleton guy that did not make it. But they all pretty much cured really clear, which I was worried about, so I cured them extra long, and they're hard as a rock, fine, no scent, nothing. And my favorite, which doesn't look great, but I think that's because of the model that I picked. I used basically every bit of that liquid that I had, the resin, and printed out a TARDIS, specifically Matt Smith's TARDIS. At least that's what the file said. But as you can tell, it's very white all over. I used a toothbrush on this one to get some of the stuff out, but I think that's all like wood grain design, which is why it looks like that. And it has like high Gallifreyan on the bottom. It's a little shiny. I'm guessing something happened where it wasn't fully dry when I cured it, because I put the UV light back up to this for a long time, like 20-30 minutes, and a little handheld light, and it still looks like this. So I think that's just kind of how it is. But yeah, that's the stuff I was able to print. It looks great. It just sits kind of quietly. Does make a little bit of a mess. I've learned so far that like I need another desk for this. So if you're like me and you want to set it up along with some other stuff, like you see my printer back there, get its own desk and like one of those slap mats I see people talk about, or like there's these doggy mats you can buy for like the water bowls and stuff, so they don't make too much of a mess in your house on Amazon. At least get something similar to that, because I'm using the lid of like a moving bin that I have, like a plastic one. It's okay, but I think I want like a more dedicated space for this. But other than that, it's been pretty awesome. So let me know what you guys think, and go watch that other video about my DIY curing station. Appreciate you guys for watching. Peace out.